Picture this moment with me. 50 years ago, you could stand here and see nothing but endless golden sand. No buildings touching the sky. No busy highways full of cars. No bright lights dancing in the darkness. Just silence, sea breeze, and a small creek where wooden boats moved slowly like sleeping giants. Now open your eyes to today. Glass towers reach toward the clouds like crystal mountains. Highways flow like silver rivers. Lights shine brighter than stars. People from 200 countries walk the same streets, speaking different languages but sharing the same dreams. This transformation seems impossible, doesn't it? How does empty desert become a global dream city? How does a quiet fishing village become home to the world's tallest building, largest mall, and busiest international airport? Big question, mystery. Here's our big question. How did this incredible transformation happen? Most people give the easy answer. Oil made Dubai rich. Yes, oil helped. But here's the surprising truth. Dubai never had much oil. Countries like Saudi Arabia and Kuwait had 10 times more oil than Dubai. Yet Dubai became more famous than many of them. So what was the real secret? What was the deeper magic that turned sand into skylines? The answer lies in 3 powerful words: vision, leadership, and mindset. It's a story about people who looked at nothing and saw everything. People who believed that impossible was just another word for not yet. Today, you'll discover this untold story. You'll feel the emotions of struggle and triumph. You'll learn new English words that you can use in your own life: transformation, resilience, innovation, diversity, sustainability. And most importantly, you'll learn life lessons that can change your own future. Promise of value in the next 20 minutes. You will gain something special. First, you'll learn the complete true story of Dubai's transformation from 1833 to today. Not just the famous parts, but the hidden struggles, the brave decisions, and the human emotions behind every success. Second, you'll improve your English listening skills. I'll speak clearly and simply. I'll repeat important words. I'll explain new vocabulary. Your English will grow stronger with every minute. Third, you'll discover 7 powerful life lessons that you can apply immediately. Whether you're a student, worker, parent, or dreamer, these lessons will help you build your own success story. This is not just history. This is inspiration. This is your English lesson. This is your motivation for today. Are you ready? Let's begin this amazing journey together. Harsh beginnings. Life by the creek, 1833 to 1950s. Let me take you back to 1833, when Dubai's story truly began. A small group of families from the Abu Falasa tribe arrived at a narrow creek. They were led by Maktoum bin Beauty, Al Maktoum. They looked at this quiet place, just sand, sea, and a shallow waterway, and decided to build their new home here. Life was incredibly hard. Imagine waking up every day when the desert was still cool and dark. The sun would rise like a giant orange ball, bringing heat that felt like opening an oven door. By noon, the temperature reached 45 degrees Celsius. There was no air conditioning, no electric fans, not even ice. People lived in barasti houses, simple homes made from palm tree leaves, wooden poles, and dried mud. These houses were clever. They had thick walls to keep out heat and small windows to keep out sand. Inside, families sat on colorful carpets, drinking sweet tea from small glass cups. The pearl diving life. The main work was pearl diving. Picture this scene. Before sunrise, brave men would gather at the creek. They wore simple white clothes and carried small knives. They would sail out in wooden boats called dhows, beautiful boats with triangular sails that caught the wind like wings. The pearl diving season lasted from May to September, the hottest, most dangerous months. Divers would take deep breaths and dive 15 meters down into the dark water. They had no oxygen tanks, no modern equipment, just their lungs, their courage, and their hope. Under the water, they searched for oysters. Each oyster might contain a pearl, or might be empty. The water pressure hurt their ears. Dangerous sea creatures swam nearby. Many divers never returned home. Their families would wait on the shore, watching the horizon, praying for their safe return. When divers found pearls, the whole community celebrated. Pearl merchants from India and Iran would come to buy these treasures. The pearls traveled to London, Paris, and New York, making Dubai's name known across the world. Women's daily life while men worked at sea. Women managed everything on land. They woke up before dawn to prepare food. Koob's flatbread baked in clay ovens, dried dates from palm trees, and fresh fish caught in the creek. They made Arabic coffee with cardamom, a drink that brought families together every evening. Women carried water in large clay pots from the few fresh water wells. They took care of children, made clothes, and created beautiful henna designs for special celebrations. In the afternoon heat, they would rest in courtyards with wind towers, clever architectural designs that caught cool breezes and brought them into houses. The community spirit, despite the hardships. There was something beautiful about old Dubai, the sense of community. Neighbors helped each other. When someone was sick, the whole neighborhood brought food. When a family had a wedding, everyone celebrated together in the evenings. People would gather in the majlis sitting area to share stories, discuss business, and make decisions together. Children played simple games with stones and sticks. Storytellers would share tales of brave sailors and magical jinn genies, while adults drank tea and planned the next day's work. The first crisis, then disaster struck. In the 1930s, Japanese scientists invented cultured pearls, artificial pearls made in laboratories. These pearls were cheaper and looked almost identical to natural pearls. Suddenly, nobody wanted Dubai's natural pearls anymore. The pearl trade collapsed. Families who had been wealthy for generations became poor overnight. Many people left Dubai to find work in other cities. The population dropped. Shops closed. The future looked dark, but some families stayed. They believed in their home. They adapted. They started new businesses, fishing, trading goods from India and Iran, repairing boats. They showed the first sign of what would become Dubai's greatest strength: resilience, the ability to survive and grow. Stronger during difficult times. English learning moment. Let's practice some words from this section. Repeat after me. Resilience, staying strong during hard times. Community, people helping each other, transformation, big positive change, tradition, old customs and ways of life. The vision awakens, Sheikh Rashid's dream. 1958 to 1979. In 1958, a 48-year-old man became Dubai's ruler. His name was Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum. He looked at his small city of only 40,000 people and made a promise that seemed impossible. I will make Dubai great. People had many reasons to doubt him. Dubai had no oil yet. The summer heat was still unbearable. Most buildings were still simple. The creek was too shallow for big ships. Why would anyone important come to Dubai? But Sheikh Rashid had something more powerful than oil or money. He had vision, the ability to see the future before it happened. The geographic advantage. Sheikh Rashid studied maps for hours. He noticed something important. Dubai was perfectly located between Europe, Asia, and Africa. Ships traveling between India and Europe had to pass near Dubai. If he could make Dubai a good place to stop, rest, and trade, ships from all over the world would come here. He also noticed that Dubai was close to Iran, just across the Persian Gulf. Many Iranian merchants were looking for safe places to do business. Dubai could become their second home. The first bold decision. Dredging the creek in 1960, Sheikh Rashid made his first big decision. He would dredge the creek, make it deeper and wider so that larger ships could enter. Everyone thought he was crazy. The project would cost more money than Dubai had. It would take years. It might not work. But Sheikh Rashid borrowed money from Kuwait and started the work. Picture the scene, huge machines working day and night. The sound of engines echoing across the water. Workers from many countries, Indians, Pakistanis, Iranians, Arabs, all working together. Sand and mud flying everywhere. The smell of diesel fuel and sea salt in the air. Local people brought tea and food to the workers. Children watched with wide eyes as their small creek slowly became bigger. Old fishermen worried that the noise would scare away the fish, but Sheikh Rashid kept saying, "Trust me. This will change everything." In 1963, the project finished. The creek was now deep enough for ships carrying 500 tons of goods. Almost immediately, more ships started coming. Merchants from India brought spices, textiles, and rice. Merchants from Iran brought carpets and dried fruits. The souk's traditional markets became busier and more colorful. The discovery of oil in 1966. Something exciting happened. Oil was discovered in Dubai's offshore fields. People celebrated in the streets. Finally, Dubai would have the money to build and grow. But Sheikh Rashid surprised everyone. Instead of just selling oil and becoming rich, he made a different plan. He said, "Oil will not last forever. We must use oil money to build something that will last after the oil is gone." This was revolutionary thinking. Most oil-rich countries just sold oil and imported everything they needed. But Sheikh Rashid wanted to build industries, ports, and services that would make money forever. Building Port Rashid. Sheikh Rashid's next big project was Port Rashid, which opened in 1972. This was not just a bigger port. It was a statement to the world. Dubai is open for business. The port could handle the largest ships in the world. It had modern cranes, refrigerated storage for food, and excellent security. Ships that used to go directly from Mumbai to London now stopped in Dubai. This created thousands of jobs and brought millions of dollars in trade. The free port concept. Sheikh Rashid also created something new, a free port. This meant that goods could come to Dubai, be stored, and be sent to other countries without paying heavy taxes. This made Dubai very attractive to international businesses. Imagine a merchant in India who wanted to sell goods to Africa. Instead of shipping directly, which was expensive and risky, he could send goods to Dubai first. In Dubai, goods were safe, storage was cheap, and from there, they could easily reach any country in the Middle East or Africa. Life in 1970s Dubai. By the 1970s, Dubai was changing fast. The population grew to 180,000 people. New neighborhoods appeared: Karama, Satwa. The first shopping centers opened. Families could buy goods from around the world: Indian spices, Japanese electronics, American cars, Swiss watches. The first hotels opened to welcome business visitors. The Intercontinental Dubai, now the Crown Plaza, opened in 1975. It had air conditioning, international restaurants, and even a swimming pool. Amazing luxuries in the desert. Young Emirates started studying abroad and returning with new ideas. Women began working in offices and schools. The first banks opened branches in Dubai. The city was becoming modern while keeping its traditional values. The social transformation. But the most important change was in people's attitudes. Dubai was becoming a place where anyone could succeed if they worked hard. A Pakistani taxi driver could save money and open a small shop. An Indian accountant could start a business. A Lebanese engineer could build his dream project. Sheikh Rashid often said, "My door is open to anyone with a good idea." He would meet with business people from any country, any religion, any background. This openness became Dubai's trademark. English learning moment. New vocabulary from this section. Vision, seeing the future clearly. Dredge, making water deeper. Freeport place with low taxes for trade. Transformation, big change. Openness, welcoming all people. The bold leap, Emirates, and the world stage. 1980s, 1990s. As the 1980s began, Sheikh Rashid's son, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, started taking more responsibility. He had inherited his father's vision, but he added something new: speed and global thinking. Sheikh Mohammed looked at Dubai's success in sea trade and asked a big question: if we can connect the world by sea, why can't we connect the world by air? The birth of Emirates Airlines in 1985. Sheikh Mohammed announced a plan that shocked everyone. Dubai would start its own airline. People said he was crazy. The airline industry was dominated by giant companies like British Airways, Lufthansa, and Air France. How could a small desert city compete with them? But Sheikh Mohammed had studied the map again. He realized that Dubai was perfectly located for air travel too. A plane flying from London to Singapore or from New York to Mumbai could stop in Dubai to refuel and pick up more passengers. Dubai could become the world's biggest hub for international flights. Emirates started with just 2 planes, a Boeing 737 and an Airbus A300. The first flight was from Dubai to Karachi on October 25, 1985. Only 26 passengers were on board. The flight attendants were nervous. Would this crazy idea work? The Emirates strategy. Emirates had a simple but brilliant strategy: excellent service. Treat every passenger like a VIP. Modern planes, always by the newest, most comfortable aircraft. Strategic routes. Connect cities that other airlines ignored. Dubai hub. Make it easy for passengers to connect through. Dubai. The strategy worked. By 1990, Emirates was flying to 17 destinations. By 1995, it reached 32 cities. Passengers loved the service, the food, and the comfortable seats. Business travelers discovered that flying through Dubai was often faster than direct flights. Building Dubai International Airport to support Emirates. Dubai built one of the world's most modern airports. Dubai International Airport expanded rapidly throughout the 1980s and 1990s. It had duty-free shopping, where passengers could buy goods without taxes. Excellent restaurants and comfortable waiting areas. The duty-free shops became famous worldwide. Passengers could buy Swiss chocolates, French perfumes, Japanese electronics, and Indian jewelry all in one place. Many people started planning longer stops in Dubai just to shop at the airport. The first luxury hotels. As more international visitors came to Dubai, the city needed world-class hotels. In 1988, the Hyatt Regency Dubai opened with 400 rooms. In 1993, the Sheraton Dubai Creek Hotel and Towers opened right on the creek, combining modern luxury with traditional views. But Sheikh Mohammed wanted something more spectacular. He wanted a hotel that would make the whole world talk about Dubai. The Burj Al Arab vision. In 1994, Sheikh Mohammed announced his most ambitious project yet, a luxury hotel built on an artificial island in the sea. The hotel would be shaped like a traditional dhow sail and would offer the most luxurious service in the world. People called it impossible. How do you build a hotel in the sea? How do you make it stable during storms? How do you get electricity and water to an island? But Sheikh Mohammed had learned from his father, if you can dream it, you can build it. Construction began in 1994. Engineers had to create an artificial island first, then build the hotel on top. The Burj Al Arab took 5 years to complete and cost $650 million. When it opened in 1999, it was unlike anything the world had ever seen. The hotel had 202 suites, no regular rooms, only suites. Each suite had a personal butler. The restaurant was 200 meters above the sea. Guests could arrive by helicopter or Rolls-Royce. The cheapest suite cost $1,000 per night. The marketing genius. Sheikh Mohammed understood something important. In the modern world, image is as important as reality. The Burj Al Arab wasn't just a hotel, it was a symbol. It said to the world, Dubai thinks big. Dubai does impossible things. The hotel appeared on postcards, magazines, and TV shows around the world. Tennis players played matches on the hotel's helipad. Fashion shows were held in the sky-high restaurant. Every photo of the Burj Al Arab was free advertising for Dubai. The shopping revolution in the 1990s. Dubai also revolutionized shopping in the Middle East. Traditional shopping meant going to small shops in hot, crowded souks. Dubai introduced the concept of air-conditioned shopping malls. The Al Ghurair Center 1981 was Dubai's first major mall. But the real game-changer was City Center Dura 1995, which had international brands, food courts, and even entertainment for children. Families could spend entire days shopping, eating, and playing in comfort. Cultural sensitivity and growth. As Dubai became more international, its leaders faced an important challenge: how to welcome the world while preserving Emirati culture and Islamic values. Sheikh Mohammed found a balanced approach. Dubai would be tolerant and inclusive. People of all religions and cultures were welcome. But visitors were expected to respect local customs and laws. This balance worked beautifully. Dubai became known as the most liberal and welcoming city in the Middle East, while still maintaining its identity as an Arab and Islamic society. The human stories. By the late 1990s, Dubai was home to people from over 100 countries. Let me tell you about some of them. Ahmed came from Egypt in 1987 as a young engineer. He worked on building the first skyscrapers. Today, he owns a construction company and has built some of Dubai's most famous buildings. Priya arrived from India in 1992 as a teacher. She started with just one classroom in a small school. Now she's the principal of a large international school with students from 50 countries. Hassan moved from Lebanon in 1989 and opened a small restaurant in Old Dubai. His shawarma and hummus became so popular that he now has 15 restaurants across the city. These stories were repeated thousands of times. Dubai became a place where dreams came true through hard work and determination. English learning moment. Practice these business and travel words. Hub. Central connection point strategy, long term. Plan luxury, very expensive and comfortable, tolerant. Accepting different people, inclusive, welcoming everyone. Reaching for the sky, the mega projects era. 2010s, as the new millennium began. Sheikh Mohammed became Dubai's ruler in 2006, and he had even bigger dreams than his father. He looked at Dubai's success and asked, what if we could build things that have never been built before? What if we could show the world that impossible is just a word? This began the most spectacular period in Dubai's history, the age of mega projects that made the whole world say wow. The Palm Jumeirah engineering magic in 2001. Sheikh Mohammed announced a project that sounded like science fiction. We will build islands in the sea shaped like palm trees. Engineers from around the world said it couldn't be done. The sea was too deep. The waves were too strong. The environmental impact would be too great. But Sheikh Mohammed had a simple response. Show me how to do it. The Palm Jumeirah became one of the greatest engineering achievements in human history. Here's how they did it. First, they used GPS satellites in space to mark the exact shape of the palm tree on the seafloor. Then, they brought 94 million cubic meters of sand from the desert, enough to fill 37,000 Olympic swimming pools. They used special ships to spray this sand in precise patterns on the seafloor. Next, they built a crescent-shaped breakwater using 7 million tons of rock, each rock carefully placed to protect the palm from waves. The breakwater is 11 kilometers long and can be seen from space. The project took 6 years and cost $12 billion. When it opened in 2007, it had luxury villas, 5-star hotels, and beaches where families could swim in calm, protected water. The Atlantis Hotel at the top of the palm became another Dubai icon. The Burj Khalifa, touching the clouds, but Sheikh Mohammed's biggest dream was still to come. In 2004, he announced, we will build the tallest building in human history. The Burj Khalifa project seemed impossible. The building would be 828 meters tall, more than twice the height of the Empire State Building. It would have 163 floors above ground. It would need its own weather system because the top floors would literally be in the clouds on some days. The engineering challenge, building the Burj Khalifa, required solving problems that had never been solved before. Wind. At 800 meters high, wind speeds can reach 200 kilometers per hour. The building had to be designed to sway slightly without breaking. Elevators. Regular elevators couldn't travel 828 meters. They invented new high-speed elevators that could reach the top in 35 seconds. Concrete. They needed a special concrete mix that wouldn't crack under the building's enormous weight. Water. Getting water to the top floors required powerful pumps and special pressure systems. Construction took 6 years. Workers came from 100 countries. At the peak of construction, 12,000 people worked on the building every day. They worked in 3 shifts, 24 hours a day, to keep the project moving. The grand opening on January 4, 2010. The Burj Khalifa opened with the most spectacular celebration Dubai had ever seen. Fireworks shot from every floor. Light shows painted the building in rainbow colors. The Dubai fountain at the base danced to music while shooting water, 150 meters into the air. Over 1 million people watched the opening ceremony. Television broadcasts reached 2 billion people worldwide. Dubai had achieved its goal. The whole world was watching. The Dubai Mall, a city inside, a building next to the Burj Khalifa. Dubai built the Dubai Mall, not just a shopping center, but a complete entertainment destination. The mall has 1,200 shops selling everything from local dates to Italian fashion, an aquarium with 33,000 sea animals, including sharks and Raisin ice rink where people can skate in the middle of the Deserta waterfall that flows from the ceiling to the ground. Restaurants serving food from 50 different countries from around the world come to Dubai just to visit the mall. Children press their faces against the aquarium glass, watching sharks swim overhead. Teenagers learn to ice skate while their parents shop for gold jewelry. The mall became a symbol of Dubai's ability to bring the impossible to life. Dubai, Marina, Venice, in the desert. Sheikh Mohammed also wanted to create a completely new way of living in Dubai. In 2003, construction began on Dubai Marina, an artificial canal city where people could live next to water in the middle of the desert. Engineers dug a 3-kilometer canal from the sea into the land. Then they built 200 towers around the canal, creating homes for 120,000 people. Residents can walk from their apartments to restaurants, cafes, and shops along beautiful water views. At night, the towers reflect in the water like a mirror. Boats carry tourists up and down the canal. Families walk along the Marina Walk, eating ice cream and watching the sunset. It feels like Venice, Italy, but in the Arabian desert. The global financial crisis, testing Dubai's strength in 2008. The world faced a major financial crisis. Banks collapsed. Real estate prices fell. Many construction projects around the world stopped. Dubai was hit hard too. Some projects slowed down. Property prices dropped. People worried, is Dubai's dream over? But this crisis showed Dubai's true strength. Instead of panicking, Dubai's leaders made careful adjustments. They received support from Abu Dhabi, their neighbor in the UAE. They reworked their financial plans. They continued the most important projects while pausing others. Most importantly, they kept their vision alive. Sheikh Mohammed said, "We don't stop dreaming during difficult times. We dream smarter, recovery and resilience." By 2010, Dubai was growing again. The Burj Khalifa opened on schedule. Tourism returned, stronger than before. New businesses arrived, attracted by Dubai's proven ability to overcome challenges. The crisis taught Dubai important lessons about sustainable growth, growing in a way that can last for a long time. This wisdom would help Dubai handle future challenges even better. The human impact. By 2010, Dubai was home to 2.1 million people from over 200 countries. Let me share some more human stories from this amazing decade. Maria came from the Philippines in 2005 as a nurse. She worked in Dubai's new world-class hospitals, sending money home to support her family's education. Today, her children are doctors and engineers, and Maria manages an entire hospital department. Ravi arrived from India in 2003 as a software engineer. He joined the new Dubai Internet City and helped build the technology systems for the Burj Khalifa. Now he runs his own tech company with clients across the Middle East. Fatima grew up in Dubai during this transformation. As an Emirati woman, she watched her city change while keeping its heart. She studied architecture and helped design some of Dubai's most beautiful buildings, blending traditional Islamic patterns with modern engineering. English learning moment. Advanced vocabulary from this section. Engineering, designing, and building complex things, sustainable. Able to continue for a long time, resilience, ability to recover from problems, innovation, creating new ideas, and methods, spectacular, amazing to see. Modern challenges and future vision, 2010s present. As Dubai entered the 2010s, it faced new types of challenges. The city had proven it could build amazing things. Now it needed to prove it could build a sustainable future, a future that would be good for people, the environment, and the economy for many generations. The 2020 vision. In 2010, Dubai announced its bid to host World Expo 2020, a global fair where countries show their latest innovations. The theme would be connecting minds, creating the future. Dubai competed against cities like Sao Paulo, Yekaterinburg, and Izmir on November 27, 2013. The announcement came, Dubai had won. The celebration was incredible. Fireworks lit up the sky. People danced in the streets. Sheikh Mohammed said, "This is not just Dubai's victory. This is the Arab world's victory." But winning was just the beginning. Now Dubai had to build an entire new city district for the expo and welcome 25 million visitors. Sustainable development. Dubai's leaders realized that future growth had to be different from past growth. The city needed to use less energy, create less waste, and protect the environment. In 2012, Dubai launched the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Solar Park, one of the world's largest solar energy projects. The goal: generate 75% of Dubai's electricity from clean energy by 2050. Picture this: thousands of solar panels spread across the desert, silently converting sunlight into electricity. The same sun that once made life difficult now powers air conditioners, lights, and the metro system. Dubai also started the Dubai Green Building Regulations, requiring new buildings to use less energy and water. The city planted millions of trees and created new parks and green spaces. The Museum of the Future. In 2021, Dubai opened the Museum of the Future, a building that looks like it came from a science fiction movie. The building is shaped like a silver ring, with Arabic calligraphy covering its surface. The calligraphy contains quotes from Sheikh Mohammed about the future. The future belongs to those who can imagine it, design it, and execute it. Inside the museum, visitors experience what life might be like in 2071, Dubai's 100th anniversary. They see how we might solve problems like climate change, space travel, and artificial intelligence. Expo 2020, Dubai's global stage. Then came 2020, and with it, a challenge nobody expected: the COVID-19 pandemic. The world stopped traveling. Countries closed their borders. Expo 2020 had to be postponed to 2021. Many cities might have cancelled such a massive event. But Dubai showed its resilience again. The city implemented strict health and safety measures. It became one of the first places in the world to safely welcome international visitors again. When Expo 2020 finally opened in October 2021, it was spectacular. 192 countries built pavilions showcasing their cultures and innovations. The UAE pavilion was shaped like a falcon's wing. The Netherlands pavilion grew its own food using vertical farming. The Singapore pavilion created a hanging garden in the desert. Over 6 months, 24 million people visited Expo 2020. They came from every continent, speaking every language, sharing ideas about how to build a better future together. The pandemic response, Dubai's response to COVID-19, showed the city's adaptability, while other cities struggled. Dubai quickly implemented digital government services so people could access services safely from home. Testing centers that could test thousands of people daily. Programs that reached 100% of eligible residents. Safe tourism protocols that allowed visitors to return quickly. The city's hospitals, built during the previous decades, provided excellent care. The diverse international population showed unity during difficult times. People from 200 countries supported each other like one big family. Looking to the future, Dubai 2040. In 2021, Sheikh Mohammed announced the Dubai 2040 Urban Master Plan, a blueprint for the city's next 20 years of growth. The plan focuses on quality of life, making Dubai one of the world's best cities to live in, with more parks, better public transport, and affordable housing, economic diversification, reducing dependence on any single industry by growing technology, healthcare, education, and creative industries, environmental sustainability, becoming a carbon-neutral city by 2050, and a model for sustainable urban development, global connectivity, remaining the world's most connected city, linking people, ideas, and opportunities across continents. Space ambitions. Dubai even has plans for space. The UAE Space Agency, headquartered in Dubai, successfully sent a probe to Mars in 2021. Dubai is planning Mars Science City, a simulated Mars environment where scientists will test technologies for future missions. Sheikh Mohammed said, "We want to make the impossible possible. If we can build islands in the sea and the tallest building in the world, why can't we help humanity reach Mars?" Modern Dubai life. Today, walking through Dubai is like walking through a living museum of human achievement. In old Dubai, you can still see traditional wind towers and smell spices in the souks. Traditional Abra boats still carry passengers across the creek for just $1 ham. In downtown Dubai, families from around the world take photos with the Burj Khalifa. Children from Nigeria, India, Russia, and Brazil play together in the same parks, attend the same schools, and dream the same dreams. In Dubai Marina, young professionals from 50 countries work in glass offices during the day and enjoy international restaurants at night. The Dubai Metro connects all these areas with clean, efficient transport. The cultural mosaic, modern. Dubai is home to over 3.5 million people from more than 200 countries. On any given day, you might hear conversations in Arabic, Hindi, Urdu, Tagalog, French, Russian, Chinese, and dozens of other languages. During Ramadan, the Islamic holy month, the city respects fasting traditions while welcoming people of all faiths. During Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights, buildings light up in celebration. During Christmas, hotels and malls create winter wonderlands in the desert. This diversity is Dubai's greatest strength. Different cultures don't just coexist, they blend together, creating something new and beautiful. English learning moment. Future-focused vocabulary: sustainable good for the long term. future innovation, new ideas and inventions. Diversity, many different types of people, adaptability, ability to change when needed, connectivity, being linked to the world. Life lessons, 7 keys to transformation. Dubai's incredible journey teaches us powerful lessons that you can apply to your own life. Whether you're a student, professional, parent, or dreamer, here are 7 keys to transformation. Lesson 1. Vision creates reality. Dubai's leaders didn't just react to what existed, they imagined what could exist. Sheikh Rashid saw a global port where others saw a small creek. Sheikh Mohammed saw the world's tallest building where others saw empty desert. Your application. What is your vision for your life in 5 or 10 years? Write it down clearly. Share it with people who support you. Let your vision guide your daily decisions. Lesson 2. Geographic disadvantages can become advantages. Dubai turned its desert location into a benefit by becoming a bridge between continents. The same challenges that made life difficult, heat, isolation, lack of water, forced creative solutions that made Dubai unique. Your application. What challenges in your life could actually become strengths? Maybe being from a small town gives you strong work ethics. Maybe speaking multiple languages makes you valuable in international business. Look for hidden advantages in your situation. Lesson 3. Invest in infrastructure before you need it. Dubai built ports, airports, and hotels before the demand existed. This required faith and courage, but it meant Dubai was ready when opportunities came. Your application. Invest in your personal infrastructure, your education, skills, health, and relationships before you urgently need them. Learn English now, even if you don't need it today. Build your network before you need a job. Take care of your health before problems arise. Lesson 4. Embrace diversity as strength. Dubai welcomed people from every country, religion, and culture. This diversity brought different skills, ideas, and perspectives that made the city stronger and more creative. Your application. Seek out people who are different from you. Learn from their experiences. Be curious about other cultures, languages, and ways of thinking. Diversity in your personal network will give you more opportunities and ideas. Lesson 5. Speed matters. But so does persistence. Dubai moved fast on big decisions, but it also showed incredible persistence through difficult times. The city didn't stop during the financial crisis or the pandemic. It adapted and kept moving forward. Your application. When you see an opportunity, act quickly, but also develop the persistence to continue when things get difficult. Success often comes to those who can maintain effort over long periods, not just those who start fast. Lesson 6. Build bridges, not walls. Dubai succeeded by connecting people, places, and ideas. Emirates Airlines connected continents. The ports connected sea routes. The business policies connected international companies to local opportunities. Your application. Look for ways to connect people and ideas in your field. Introduce people who should know each other. Share opportunities with others. Build a reputation as someone who brings people together rather than someone who competes against everyone. Lesson 7. Plan for sustainability, not just growth. Dubai learned that rapid growth must be balanced with long-term thinking. The city now focuses on environmental sustainability, social well-being, and economic diversification. Your application. As you pursue your goals, consider their long-term impact. Build habits that you can maintain for years, not just months. Make choices that will benefit your future self, your family, and your community. Your journey of transformation as our journey through Dubai's story comes to an end. I want you to remember something important. Dubai's transformation didn't happen because of magic or luck. It happened because of human choice, the choice to dream big, work hard, welcome others, and never give up. 50 years ago, if you had told someone that a small fishing village would become home to the world's tallest building, largest mall, and busiest international airport, they would have laughed. If you had said that people from 200 countries would live together peacefully in the desert, creating one of the world's most successful cities, they would have called you crazy. But here we are. The impossible became possible because people believed it could happen and worked to make it happen. Your Dubai moment, right now. You have your own Dubai moment. You have dreams that might seem impossible to others. You have challenges that feel overwhelming. You have goals that require you to grow beyond who you are today. But Dubai's story proves that transformation is possible. If sand can become skyscrapers, if a creek can become a global port, if a small desert town can become a bridge between continents, then you can transform your own life. The English connection, and here's something beautiful. By watching this video and understanding this story in English, you're already transforming. You're not just learning about Dubai, you're improving your English skills, expanding your vocabulary, and opening doors to global opportunities. English is your bridge to the world. Just like Dubai became a bridge between continents. Every new word you learn, every story you understand, every conversation you have in English makes you more connected to global opportunities. Join our community of dreamers. This YouTube channel is not just about telling stories, it's about inspiring transformation. If Dubai's story moved you, if it gave you hope, if it helped you see new possibilities for your own life, then you belong in our community. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell. Join thousands of English learners who are using stories like this to improve their language skills while building their dreams. Share this video with someone who needs inspiration today. Maybe it's a friend who's struggling with challenges. Maybe it's a family member who's afraid to dream big. Maybe it's a colleague who's learning English like you. Comment below and tell us, what's your impossible dream? What's your personal Dubai that you want to build? We read every comment, and your story might inspire our next video. Your transformation starts today. Remember, Dubai didn't transform overnight. It took decades of consistent effort, smart decisions, and unwavering belief. Your transformation will also take time, but it will happen if you commit to it. Start today. Start small, but start. Learn one new English word. Make one new connection. Take one step toward your big goal. Tomorrow, take another step. Keep building, keep learning, keep dreaming. Final words. Dubai's story is not finished. The city continues to grow, innovate, and inspire. Your story is not finished either. You have the power to write the next chapter of your life, and it can be as amazing as Dubai's transformation from desert to dream city. This is not just a YouTube channel. This is your journey of transformation. This is your bridge to a bigger, brighter future. This is your reminder that impossible is just another word for not yet. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep learning, and keep building your own impossible dreams.